we are launching our very special 1 million minutes campaign to end loneliness and isolation in the UK. Brilliant campaign. Nearly half of Brits feel lonely during the festive period, according to new research carried out by Vodafone.
Yeah, that's why our 1 million minutes campaign is needed at this time of year more than ever. And remember, we are not asking you for a penny. We're not asking you to make a financial donation. We're just asking you to pledge a couple of minutes, a little bit of your time, whatever you can spare, to volunteer with charities whose aim is to tackle loneliness. And
Emmerdale actor Mark Charnock agreed, which is fabulous of him, to direct our campaign launch film. It's called Lifelong Fans. We're going to speak to him in a moment. Very, very powerful film. Let's take a look.
Score 2-1. Come on, Red.
That's out of what are you talking Go on, come on.
We might score.
Yeah! It's a goal! What are you doing?
Sit down, love.
Oh, now then, Dad. Come on, Terry. The match or what? Terry, Mrs. Robinson's all spies, Terry. Match has already started.
Grandad, this is for you.
Score 2-1. Come on, Red. He's round the last defender. Excellent ball into the box. The flag's gone up on the far side. The Red's got it absolutely right there.
Oh, Mark, what have you done to us? That is so moving.
Thanks very much, thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I mean, to be asked was just so... I mean, imagine, you know, do you want to make a film? What? Yeah, really? Me? Yes, please, yes. Oh, you guys will sort it all out and help me with it? Yeah. Yes, I'm in.
Oh.
And what a thing.
It will touch so many people watching it. I mean, for me as a Norwich fan, it has a little bit of... it evokes a little bit a brilliant Norwich City mental health campaign, the two guys sitting in the stand together. But this for you is a very personal story, isn't it?
Yeah, when they asked me to come up with my own story, I really had to wrap my brains. I was thinking, how can I express it properly? And then there was something so close to home, I almost missed it. I had two uncles, both of whom have passed away now, John and Michael, and they were quite close in age, but they were more like twins, really. They did everything together. They'd been watching Man United since the late 50s and just all through the decades, as you've seen in the film. And then, quite out of the blue, the older brother passed away. And it broke my other uncle in half, really. He'd lost half of himself. And, you know, he was okay as the years went by until he passed away. But those last 10, 15 years that he had without him, he was never really the same.
I wonder if we can just, while we're talking to you, just play those images from the film, because it's so emotional, isn't it? Very often we form bonds in unusual places, but any football fan will know that the bond you form over football is a lifelong bond, actually.
Yeah, I mean, football gets a bad rap, right? And, you know, there's, with all the greed involved in it, all that sort of stuff, the usual thing. But actually, at its heart, it's a working-class sport that brought people together, that gave, you know, it sort of a tribal sense in the best way. And it's just something that you experience together with tens of thousands of other people. It's just an extraordinary experience if you know, and for me, it's always been a big deal in my entire life, because my uncles, I'm from Bolton, so I should be a Bolton fan, but my uncles are from Manchester, went, look, here's your season ticket, you're a United fan, so it's been a life sentence, really.
The film also says that, doesn't it? Because Susanna was saying, this is not about committing money, it's about committing minutes. I think just in our first 24 hours, we've already had 10 million minutes committed. Actually, it's gone up to 12 million over the course of our programme, so it's already happening. But we're not asking people to do a job or to take on an office or a position in their film. It's just family members coming round to be with an uncle who otherwise was going to be lonely on match day. And it's small things in terms of the contribution, the minutes we give, but for the people who benefit, it's massive.
I think it's a testament to the people in this country, the generosity of spirit. What could be more generous than, you know, people give money and it's amazing, it's a different, but what could be more generous than giving yourself? What a thing. The nobility inherent in that notion is so profound. And the change, like you just implied, the small things you can do that can make such big changes to people, change their lives, make everything better. And I think it's a wonderful thing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm really worried. I mean, I have been for the last 2 or 3 years because I saw it with my dad in the pandemic. People got into a pattern of being apart. And for people living alone, lots of people were alone for a long time. Yeah. And lots of us have got back to our lives, we're in our jobs and we're going to school or to work. I've always worried that there's lots of people who maybe never quite got out of the habit of being alone.
It's almost like we normalised isolation at a point during the pandemic. And, you know, we forget that. No, we're out of it. The lucky ones of us, you know, and there's still people sitting there with nobody to talk to.
But knocking on the door of a neighbour and saying, how are you, is as important now as it was in the middle of the pandemic.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think you're going to show viewers how to pledge time. This has been a bit of a challenge for us on the programme this morning. So, Mark, with all your directorial skills, would you like to just show viewers? It involves the QR code.
This is where television ends. You know that, right? It's gonna... OK.
So, you're going to go up to the QR code on our plasma screen.
And then a little yellow website comes up, and it should, in theory...
Yes.
I want to reject that. And then you go, there's a little pledge button down here.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. And then you're in.
And then you can pledge however much time you want to. Because, again, this is not about money. This is simply about pledging time.
That's right.
And as you say in the case... Oh, it's already up to 15 million. Wow. You've been on air, Mark, just for a couple of minutes. And 3 million people...
You know, in the very first year that we did this, I think we only got over the whole month to just 40 million. Second year was 22 million. In the first 24 hours, we are a third of a way to what, a few years ago, we were doing a whole month. I mean, the sky is the limit. How many millions of minutes can this film deliver for us in the next month?
Well, fingers crossed, loads. It evokes empathy in people, and people want to help. There's so much goodness out there.
So much goodness. And I think your point that you make in your film is that you don't need to go and do some big project. Wonderful if you do. Yeah. Wonderful. I know that you and Ranveer hosted a lunch, didn't you?
Well, we turned up. I chopped potatoes.
There we go.
But the thing which we did was, and we poured out small glasses of sweet or cream sherry, but what we did was we chatted to people, and what they said was, some people came once a week to this lunch club, some people came every day, 5 days a week, but the volunteers are there providing this lunch, and for the people who are coming, this is friendship, contact, fun. You know, they sit in the same places. The same people are now their friends. It's amazing, but but without the volunteers, it wouldn't happen.
So it's OK. We've just gone up to 20 million minutes. I mean, this is just off the charts, Mark.
Wow.
And I think the way that you do it is 60 minutes a week for a year. Just an hour. Yeah. Now, I was very lucky to go and be with a volunteer driver with a charity called Re-Engage. Her name is Marion. She's in her 70s. And every week, she goes and picks up Gladys, who is 107 years old. And so I was lucky enough to go and meet Gladys. And I just thought, how many times in your life are you going to meet somebody who is 107 years old? What can... and as you say, it's that sense of what you also get out of it.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not patronising Gladys. Gladys has got enough people. Yeah. She's a people person,
There's so much to hear from somebody who's been through all of that.
Exactly right. Yeah. And just sitting there, spending time with Gladys at 107. She's going to be, by the way, 108 on Christmas Day.
Wow.
So, and she's got multiple cards from the royals, of course.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic spending time with her, spending time with Marion. You learn so much yourself. Yeah. And Mark, your film has shown that. Thank you so much.
Thanks for asking me. I've loved every minute of it.
We've loved every minute of it. And, you know, thank you for showing us how the QR code works.
Yeah.
I think that defeated Ed.
That
this
went better
morning.
than it should have done.
Just look at those millions racking up. We're going up by 1 million. In the first year, we got 44 million. Last year, we got 150 million minutes over the whole month. We've done 25 million in 24 hours. On this basis, I'm not going to do the sum. It's going to be... Do you know what it's going to be? It's going to be loads.
Well done.
Really, really, really
I saw you think
big.
The numbers
Yeah.
aren't...
I thought you'd think
He used to work in the
30
Treasury, by the way.
I decided I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there. I mean, look, it was bad enough trying to make the QR code work. Thank God you were here, Mark.
Mark, thank you for pledging your minutes to our wonderful
Pleasure.
campaign and for that wonderful story. And good luck this season.
Thank you.
Who do you go with, your season ticket?
I go on my own, but I've actually not been going this year because I've not been able to, so somebody
But
else
it's
has been
turning
going.
round.
Right.
They're winning again.
We've got the right guy in charge.
Rashford's back in form.
Yeah, it's all happening.
Fingers crossed.
Let's not do this.
And
because
can I just say to you, Man City, what's going on?
I've just got nothing to say.
Yeah, I think Pep's feeling a little bit alone at the moment, isn't
Yeah,
he? Mark, it was great to see
Thank
you.
you
too.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
And as you see the number tick up there, 27 million minutes pledged in the first 24 hours. You can pledge your time by visiting our website, itv.com/1 million, or open
1
your
million
camera.
minutes. Yep.
And, sorry, 1 million minutes?
Yeah.
Or open your camera, point it at the QR code. When the website comes up, touch the button, off you go, pledge your minutes.
Wow.
It's that easy. Even Mark can do it.
Well, Mark can do anything, as we know, because look how many minutes he's
I'd like
managed
Kevin
to get.
and Lord Vasey, who couldn't do it all earlier.
And you can see my film with the incredible 107-year-old Gladys on Thursday.
And Ranveer, my film, is on just before Christmas, I think.
Yes,
on
Christmas
the,
week, isn't it?
Christmas week.
Wonderful, wonderful.